Okay, everyone, let me clean up my desktop. Today we will be going through the setup process for setting up your website in Adobe Dreamweaver. First things first, there are a few things you want to have. All right. Oh, that's the wrong folder. Okay, we're going to be using Miles's website as the example here. You notice he has 5 pages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they are in a certain folder, and that's exactly what you need. So the first thing you have to do is open up your index page. Okay, there it is, index page. It's got his buttons, says home, it's got a picture. I don't know what city that is. Charlotte, North Carolina. Great, go, because that's the Wachovia Center building. All right, so first things first, file, save for web and devices. Don't be scared by this. Don't even change any of this stuff. Hit save. Now, where you save is important. I'm just going to choose the same place where we saved it before, just for just for simplicity. Boom, save. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to do that for each one of those documents. So for each one of the pages that you created, you're going to open them in Photoshop and then save them for web and devices. So we just did the index. Now I'm going to do the portfolio. File, save for web and devices, save, save. I'm going to close it. All right, this is movie. We'll come back to the movie because there is something we have to do first. Contact. Save for web and devices. Save. And save. Close. About me. File. Save for web and devices. Save. And save. Don't save. Okay, so one thing you have to do on your movie page, you have to create a content area that will be the same size as your video when we embed it. And the simplest way to do that is to go to on the internet where your video is. XUM. This one? Okay, so this is the video we're going to use. What you have to do is go right here to share, choose the embed option. I don't think so, but look around. Yeah, so, sorry guys. Back to the recording. Custom size. And you have to choose a size that's going to fit on your web page. You know that your web page is 800 by 600, should be. So you don't want to choose something that's 800 pixels wide. I'm going to go with something around, I don't know, 500. So I'm going to type 500 into this box, and it tells me what my height should be. It's 375. So I'm going to make a new document. 500 by, what did it say, 375? 375. Hit OK. And because his background is black, I'm going to fill this with white. And then all I'm going to do is drag that into here. And now we can see that it's too big. So we got to go a little smaller. Let's try 450. 450 by 388. So image size, we'll just change that to 450. It gives us 388 because we have constrained proportions on. All right, let's try that. Okay. Great. We're just gonna nudge it till it's, right where I want it, and we're good. Now guess what we're gonna do? File, save for web and devices. Save and save. Okay. And we're gonna close that. And we already did the index. Guess what? We're done with Photoshop. Quit Photoshop. Don't need it, don't need it, don't need it. We don't need this internet right here. Okay. Now we're back to the folder we created. And you notice we have some new items here. These are all the things that we saved, 1 through 5. Okay? 1 through 5. And now you have an images folder, which is where all the images for your website will go. But we'll deal with that in a moment. Now, the last and final step is to actually open Dreamweaver. Okay? And you're going to laugh at how simple this is. Don't worry about this right now. We'll just hit done. Okay. So, once Dreamweaver is open, go to File, Open, and you choose your index page, wherever you saved it. We saved ours here, inside of there, and there. Index, done.html. Okay. Open. Alright. Now, all you're going to do is set up your links in here. Click to select your image. And once you have clicked it, you'll see you have some tools down here in your properties window. Depending on the shape of your buttons, you should choose the one that would select it properly. This one does squares, this one does circles, this one does any shape you can think of. So I'm going to use a square because it has square buttons. So I'm going to draw a box around this home button. And once I click release, this dialog box pops up for blind people, but I don't really care that much, so I'm going to hit OK. And I'm going to click this folder icon down here inside the properties window. You're pretty much going to be working in the properties window and this window the entire time. So click the folder, and because this is for the home button, guess what we're going to select? The home HTML file that we created. We'll hit OK, or choose. And guess what? We'll do the same thing to the next one. But what are we going to choose this time? Anybody know? Oh my God. So simple. Okay. Portfolio. Movie. Contact. And contact. Oh. Now we do the most important thing, which is save. Alright, and like, Rich, is that all? Actually, yes. All you have to do is go to Preview in Browser, hit Safari, it'll open up a window. Hey, this looks like my website, because it is. When you click on these items, it will send you to those places. You're on the home page, you click home, you don't go anywhere, but guess what? You click About Me, and oh shit, you're on the About Me page. Alright, you click Portfolio, you're on the Portfolio page. Pick Movie, you're on the Movie page. Pick Contact, you're on the Contact page. But one thing you have to be aware of, like if I click About Me, guess what? None of my buttons work. Can anybody tell me why?
Because you got to do it for every other page.
Thank you. You have to go through the same process on each one of the pages. And that's it. That's it. That's all you have to do. But the only thing that's going to be different, when you get to the portfolio page, you know you need to have more stuff than this on your portfolio page. But The same way we drew the boxes around the buttons, you draw the hot spots around the pictures, the thumbnails that you put up, and instead of selecting the web pages, you select the image files.
Do you need to save the files like as something special, like save each one of those files for web?
Oh, your completed artworks, as long as they are saved as JPEGs, that's fine, or any type of picture format. So if you have an Adobe Illustrator file, no, that has to be saved out as a TIFF or a PNG or something like that.
What about a PDF?
Don't do the PDF.
Just a picture?
Yeah. All right. And finally, I'll show you the last thing you're going to have to do, and that's set up the movie page, which is going to be a little different, but it's not that different. So all you're going to do is first look at this. Let's go to our movie page. Go to movie, open. All right. I'm not going to set up the links right now. I'm just going to set this up. So the tool that you're looking for is going to be in a different place every time depending on what version of Dreamweaver you're using. But the way you find it is by going to Window and choosing Insert. And that will tell you what section of the screen you need to look in. In our case, Insert is a group of tools that are up here on the top. Mostly everybody else's will be over here on the side. But just in case you want to find it, you go to Window, you hit Insert. You will have different tabs, but if it's on the side, it will be a drop-down menu like this. Ignore that. And you will choose Layout. Under Layout, you'll have different buttons. The one you want to find when you hover over it is the Draw AP Div tool, and that's the symbol that you'll have. You click this, and guess what? You're going to draw a box around the content area that you created. Okay, click OK. And when we did that, it added some code to our website. Now, can anybody guess what we're going to put in there? Yeah, the embed code for our video. So this was it. And I think I decided to make it, what, 500 pixels wide? I think that was right. Oh, it was 450. That was it.
Do we have to have our movie on YouTube to be able to do this? Like, what other ways to do it?
As long as it's on the internet and you can use an embed function, that will be fine. But if you choose to put the file in your website and embed it, that's going to give you some problems. I can help you do it that way, but it's just going to be way more complicated. All right. So basically, we copy those. Type in the number that we chose, and we copy this entire thing. Copy, Command C for copy, or edit and copy. All right. Now I'm here. I'm going to choose. Look for where it is. It's going to be this line of text. This is what was created. So this is div ID AP div number 1, because this is the only div that we created. So right after, in between those two greater than and less than symbols, you're going to paste the code in there. Now, the last thing you have to do is, because the embed doesn't understand that you want to put this on the internet, you have to go before the 2 backslashes in the source. The source is telling you where your video is. YouTube.com embed, and then the name of your video. But what you have to do is, before the // you have to type in http:// just like if you were on the internet. Then all you do is hit save, Command S, and when you preview in the browser, guess what? It works. Cool. But I made my div just a little too big, and that's why I have this white around it. So I'll go back and fix it. And the way you can do that is just by, if you click it, I'm just going to nudge it down, and then hit save. Then when I go back and hit refresh, I fixed it a little bit, so I'm gonna do it some more. Save. There we go.
Okay, one more question.
Yeah.
When you preview it in Safari, like this white space, is that just how it's like? Is that how it's actually gonna look, or is that?
Yes, this is how it's gonna look, but there are ways to change that. Like, but
I was just wondering. You don't.
yeah, we're not gonna do all that because these are the basic things that you have to have in order to, you know, pass. So do this.
All right, cool.
All right.
Thank you, Rich.
No problem, everyone. I think I'm gonna stop this now. However the heck you stop it. Okay. How do I stop recording?
Oh.
There we go.